So futures are crashing, crypto's crashing. MULN went down to 142, and now it's back up to 145. I've been killing it on Twitter. You wake up tomorrow and you haven't seen my Twitter, you should go interact with it because I've been slaying it. What I wanted to talk about was about people that join me for the squeeze and like the volatility that comes after the squeeze. And so like basically if you trade with me, like we're going to secure profits all the time, and then we're going to always be playing the volatility to load our stock position bigger and bigger and bigger every time it hits its bottom. And with that, hope that we can eventually squeeze it way high. But worst case scenario, like our stock that we are throwing millions and millions of dollars into goes down by 25-50% maximum, and it would only go up eventually. And then on top of that, we've already taken out massive profits, and the money that you're going to make swinging with me is going to be way more than you if you just cash out and run and disappear. Like the squeeze is not over until they get control of the stock, but they got to do a lot of ups and downs until they get enough people to actually sell. So you can trade with me if you're just doing stocks, even if you're not doing options. Like, here's how you would do it. So if I was doing stock and I wasn't doing options and I wanted to make the most possible, guarantee my profits, all this good stuff, then when it runs to 20, I would cash out 50%. I'm going to buy some puts, and I'm hoping it drops to 15 or 12 because I know a lot of people are going to sell at 20. There was this poll of 500 people, and like 30% of them said they were selling 20 or less. And everyone else, the maximum was $30. But on my poll with like 250 people, number one, 31% was $1,000, 25% was $100, and 30% was $40. And then like 10% was $10. So I wouldn't worry about that other poll, but I do feel like there's going to be a lot of selling pressure at 12. And if everyone that's watching and you guys join me and we all sell a good chunk at 12 or 20 as well, if we all sell a good chunk at 20 as well, then we can help that dip happen, help our profits go into play, and then buy that dip hard and help it shoot to 40, 50, 60. And then we play more volatility. But basically, the end goal is see how many times we can do this in a row and get to $1,000. Now, if you're trading stock, like just say it goes to 20, you make a bunch of money, cash out half your shares. I mean, if you really want to cash out your money, cash out all your shares, but like with the knowledge that you're going to drop down $12, $10. Personally, with me, like I think it could go straight to 40, so I wouldn't cash out all my position ever. But like cash out whatever percent that you're comfortable with. Like 50 sounds nice. And then if it drops to 12 or 20, you buy back in. If it just goes straight to 40, you've already secured some profits, and now you can secure some more profits and then cash out some more. And if it drops, you can buy back in. And if it keeps going up, you can cash out more. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that we're going to lose this situation. Like, I'm always going to tell you to hold longer and hold more, but like, at the same time, everyone's got to secure their own bag right now because, like, don't lose this money, people. Make sure your next 2, 3, 4 years, no matter how bad prices get and all this crazy stuff going on in the world, like, you got you and your family on lock. That is the point of this right now. Shit's about to get crazy. You need to get your life on lock. And so hopefully we can get MULN to $1,000 a share, and like just the 2,000 people that are watching me and they're going to join me in this, hopefully we can just own the whole company by playing the volatility well enough. These options are going to pay like crazy. I mean, you're going to see I'm going to have $1 million on both sides, and when it swings 30-40% on one side, I'm going to turn that into $5 to $10 million. And then I'm going to do it again on the other side, except it's going to be $5 million growing into $20 million. Like, it's going to get wild, people. I'm excited. What else? Yeah, so if you're just trading stock, you don't even got to short the stock, and you can still play both sides just by taking profits, but not actually sending them to your bank account, keeping them in your investment account. And if it just goes way lower than you ever expected, that's when you throw it back in. And then you just let the rest ride, and then you just repeat the process, and eventually you'll own more and more shares, and you'll be able to cash out twice as much as what you could have and still have more shares than what you actually owned when it first grows. And so just use your brain. I'm going to be live streaming, so people will be able to call in and ask me questions whenever they need to. Um, Obviously, I'll answer questions in the chat as well. But like, you'll see exactly what I do, and you can just, like, if you think I'm doing something a little too bullish, or you think I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing, like, do something a little different. Like, everyone's got to do their own decision, but I mean, I'm gonna make money. I promise you that.